Good morning everyone. Today we are going to discuss about one of the major important topic called resume, CV and biodata. Resume, CV means curriculum vitae and biodata. See, most of the time during your general conversations you would have heard these words called resume, CV and biodata. Some of your brothers, sisters were carrying resume or CV while they were appearing to interview, right? So when you encounter an interviewer, the first question will be raised is that where is your CV called or where is your resume? So you will have to bring. So such an importance is given to the resumes, CVs, biodatas in the interviews. So we will have to learn how they are going to be created. But you can ask me one more question, sir, they are important for the interviews. Then what is the importance now for us? We are the second year students. Means you have a 4 marks question in intermediate public examination. So one of the advertisement is presented on the question paper. Was like that will be printed on the newspapers, will be given to you. So all the details of the company is printed on the advertisement. So by seeing that advertisement, you have to prepare the resume or CV or biodata which has been asked to be prepared. So once the resume is prepared, so you will be given a 4 marks. So you have to understand what are the concepts that you have to follow and what are the topics, what are the points you have to present in the resume or a CV or a biodata. Okay, but you will ask what is the difference among CV, resume and biodata. So we will see. See, resume is written those who have already work experience. For example, right now I am working inside a company. So if I am trying to change my job, if I want to just go for another company, I will have to carry the resume. If I am a fresher, I have pursued my graduation, now I am looking for a job. Now I will have to create a CV. Right? General public, like those who are working like simple employees, like a daily labor, they can prepare a biodata. But there is nothing to be a difference. You will have to understand and how they are going to be created. Right? Let's see in the video. First of all, there is an advertisement given in the question paper regarding sales representative. They want a sales representative who is highly qualified with a degree, with administration skills, either MBA, right? They want some of the technical skills like Photoshop, payroll and something else. I'll put that advertisement before your screen. You can just see and try to understand the advertisement. Let's see about it. So whenever the CV, right now I'm going to prepare a CV now. I'm going to prepare a CV. For that CV, we will have to create this text, right? So first of all, if you want to create a CV, you have to write down the object. What is that object? What is object? Which post? For example, I am writing this CV for sales representative. Some of the person might write a CV for school teacher, graphic designer, software training engineer. So you will have to mention their particular way. So generally, you will have to write down your information, like your personal details. What is your name? You can just write down your name. So that is an option. You can write down your name, or you can use another name also. There is nothing question about. And you can write down your father name. Okay. So name, father name, and your address. You can write down home address, everything else, or any other address. Not a problem. There is nothing at all. Be some selfish. Okay. So after that, you will have to write down the cell number. What the cell number has been given, that can be general, right? So you can write down your phone number or some other's phone numbers. Okay? Mostly we are not going to write our general information. Okay. Thereafter, you will have to write down email ID. So email means we have a general SMS, right? Most of the students used to ask me, sir, what is an email? Email is nothing but how you're sending your messages from one phone to another phone. The same way we are using email, means electronic mail, to send messages or information from one computer to another computer across the world. There is nothing else about it. After that, you have to write down your date of birth. See, most of the students used to ask me, sir, can I write down my date of birth? You're right now 16 years old because you would have born in 2004. But how a 16 years candidate can appear interview for the sales representative? It's going to be the biggest problem. So you cannot appear for the interview at the age of 16. So you will have to write your CV as a person who have already completed the post-graduation or the required qualification. Remember this. I'll explain you how we can calculate the date of birth. Write off. See, I told you email. You just write down your email in the extension of Gmail. That's all right. And coming to the educational qualifications. See, if you are right now we have completed in the first year. Can you write down in the first year for the job called sales representative? It's not possible. So you will have to understand which qualification is suitable for certain job role. We call it as a job role. For a teacher, you can't use MBA or a BCom. For a manager, you can't use MA. So you will have to be 100% conscious and have to understand which qualification is suitable. Now for the sales representative, there is a requirement of MBA. So which requirement? MBA. So I'll explain you how we can reach MBA. Okay, don't worry about it. So first of all, you have to write your 10th class. You have already completed your 10th class, and then after we will go for inter. Right now you are studying in the second year. Okay. After that, we will go for degree. In degree, a CS student can able to join a BCom. After that, we can go for MBA. MBA will be 2 years. Okay, now? So this is the qualification we use. So for the qualification, and in which institute, which college has passed out, and in which year, and what is the percentage. Okay. So first of all, the qualifications. He has completed 10th class from JPHS Major. Okay, now. And he has completed intermediate from Spurti Junior College, and he has BCom from Government Degree College, and he has completed his MBA Master of Business Administration from CMR Management of Commerce. Okay, these are the qualifications basically. Okay, now. After that, we will able to understand in which year he has passed out these all the qualifications. Okay, so we will have to focus on that. So to identify in which year he has completed his particular education, we will have to understand in which year he was born. So how can we calculate in which year he has born, right? First of all, you just write down his 10th class, right? He has completed 10th class. So just generally take the 10th class, after that inter, after that degree, after that MBA. Okay, let's do this. So when he was born, probably he was earlier. So after 15 years, he can complete 10th class. So once he could have been a 10th class student, he could be a 15 years age. Then after 2 years, he will complete the inter. Then after 3 years, he will complete the degree. Then after 2 years, he will complete the MBA. So how many years it will be? 15 plus 2, 17, 20, 22. So he is 22 years old now. He is 22 years old. Okay, generally. And after that, I am adding 2 years experience. So it will be 24 years old. Now he is 24 years. Now you got it? Right now the person is 24 years. Got it? And how you are going to calculate the date of birth? Just take a current year minus period of study. How many years has completed generally? From 2020, just minus 24 years. Right now is 24 years, right? So minus 24. So you will get 1996. Okay? So this is his date of birth. Got it? Now you got it? In which year he has passed? In which year he was born? So he was born in 1996. Okay now? So he was born in 1996. I am writing the date of birth. So probably I am generally using a random number for the date and month for 1996. So this is the major important thing to calculate date of birth. So we got the person was born in 1996. Okay, as we have learned the qualification calculations. He completed 10th, 15 years, and inter, sec 2 years, 17, degree 3 years, 20, and MBA 2 years, 22. We have 2 years experience. So now he is 24 years. Minus the 24 years from 2020, you will get 1996. Okay, so that is the date of birth. So let's calculate in which year he has completed his 10th class. Okay, so basically the person for 1996, you add 15 years. We got it, right? So to complete the 10th class, we must require 15 years. It will be, in which year he would have completed the intermediate? In 2011. In which year? 2011. He has completed his 10th class in 2011. So after 2 years, he has completed intermediate. So in which year? 11 plus 2, 13. He completed degree with 3 years. It will be 2016. He has completed his MBA with 2 years old. So it will be 2018. So he has completed MBA with up to 2018, and from 18 to 20 he has an experience of 2 years in working in certain company. Now did you get the point here? So we have completed how we can calculate the qualifications. Now let's go for experience. How we can find out. See, part of the general advertisements, they seek experienced candidates. Somewhere around the advertisements, we often see some of the freshers also required. Let's see. So if the person is experienced, we can write down 1 year experience as a sales representative in Spurti company. You just write down this. 1 year or 2 years experience as a sales representative in so-and-so company. If it is a teacher, I have 1 year experience as a teacher in so-and-so school. If it is some other job, you can simply write down this, okay, without having any of the hesitation. Got the point? Let's see. Coming to the skills. So skills are also called as soft skills and technical skills. We can write down technical skills and soft skills. Okay, now we call it as technical and soft skills. Technical skills, see some of the jobs like software engineer, right, or sales representative, they require the qualification along with the technical skills, which is Excel, Advanced Excel, Tally, Photoshop, CorelDRAW, some Illustrator. These softwares are required. You can just mention them here, technical skills. Okay, for the job role of sales representative, we need Advanced Excel, payroll, and payslip. These are the important things for a person like that. After that, languages known. So we have to write down minimum 3 languages. The first language is Telugu and Hindi and English. But last you can write down and after that you mention a date and plus finally sign. This is the process. You will have to write a CV, biodata and resume. Remember that first while we are writing a CV, first of all we have to write objective, then personal details. Okay now? Then phone number, email ID will be the left side. After that you have to write down the date of birth and age. After that educational qualifications. After that your experiences. After that you have to write your soft skills or technical skills. After that you have to write experience. That was already done. And languages. And finally date and place, signature. This is the way you are going to prepare a CV. So while you are going to prepare a biodata, the same points are used except objective. I'll put you some other video how we are going to write down the resume. They are similar, but some of the small differences has